Hello everybody, this is Yoko Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for Spy X Family episodes 14 and 15. I will try. I've been slacking, I'm not gonna lie. And not just on Spy X Family. Anyway, these two episodes kind of wrap up the whole terrorist arc, I guess you could say. Well, this particular arc that they're in. And after Yor beats the crap out of the guy who had been chasing her, and obviously he tries to get the dog to go after Yor, and as soon as she glares at the dog, it smartly ran out of there. Smart dog. And like I said, she beats the crap out of the guy, and then after Anya tells her what happened, including the whole terrorist plot, because she doesn't have to reveal that she's a telepath or the dog can see the future, but she tells her this because she heard it in the room. They were talking about it. And Yor rightfully goes and calls the cops on a payphone and tells them what's going on, and reiterates that she's just a simple housewife, and I'm like, lady, you don't have to keep reiterating that. No one's gonna suspect you're a freaking assassin. Seriously, nobody in their right mind would think that she is an assassin unless they pay attention to her actions during the entire show, besides what she does at night. Even then, they still might not get that she's an assassin. They might think she's, like, trying to fight or something. And that she kind of has a fascination for death, but still. Anyway, Twilight and the others managed to capture some of the groups, but they're still missing the main guy, the one that had tried to go after Anya before, and I love that the guy's voice is freaking Bakugo. Anyway, the lady who's with them asks the group of students, have you ever seen death before? Have you ever done this, that? Essentially anything that could equate to that, and obviously their answer would have been no. So yeah, you are not built to handle war. Even though that's what they're striving for. Anyway, the dog ends up getting a vision of the future, and the vision is them accepting him as a member of the family, but it changes to the girls being upset and Twilight being out of the picture. And Anya was wondering what's going on. She gets her answer when she sees that the clock tower, where I guess I'm guessing where the diplomat is supposed to be going, gets blown up, and Twilight is found dead in it. And obviously, war going on between the two countries because of this vision. And Anya realizes that, yeah, they've got to stop this, but this is when she should have told them about her telepath abilities. The fact that she's trying to keep Twilight from dying and the place from being sent into war should have been a good enough reason to be okay with her being a telepath. And the fact that they realize that the dog is a part of that old project that had got shut down should be reason enough to assume that maybe it could have the ability to see the future. I mean, that's not out the realm of possibility here, considering what they were doing to the dogs, and who knows what else they did to them. Or what other kinds of abilities they got, I mean. Anyway, Anya runs off with the dog again, determined to stop this whole thing from happening, and they end up finding the area where the clock tower is from the dog's vision, and they find the room in question where the explosion is supposed to take place. And obviously, if somebody was to open the door, it would go boom. So, she tries to figure out, how am I going to disable this thing? Because she was going to disable it. I'm like, how are you going to disable it? You don't even have any kind of bomb disabling training. And she realizes this because all the wires are black, and usually it's in the movies you have to cut the red or blue wires, and I'm like, that's not how it works in real life. The bomb makers are not going to give you an easy way to get rid of their bombs, no. So, to counter this, she writes a message on the door on the outside saying no, and kind of, I don't know what the heck she drew on it. Could somebody please tell me what she tried to draw on there? And Twilight and the others end up seeing this, and the guy almost opens the door, and thankfully Twilight stops him as it becomes, 5 o'clock? And thankfully they're able to stop this, and he pokes up like a mirror through that little door, or the little window or whatever that you crawl through, and sees the bomb. And I don't know what they did to disable it. I don't know, but I'm guessing they disabled it. And they realize that the diplomat is still in danger. So Twilight goes in and disguises himself as the diplomat, and Yor's brother is there as security detail for the guy, and he ends up taking a separate car than they were supposed to, and drives off with it, and lures the bad guy with the dog after him. And his people who were working with him, I think the guy who was running the original place where they went to go get a dog, and somebody else, they chase after the guy and shoot at him, obviously, and he sends them flying. Thankfully, they survived this whole thing. And he gets out of the car and runs out, and he runs after him with the dog, and he ends up shooting the thing that's holding the bomb or explosives off of the dog so he could grab it and toss it behind him into the water as the dog bites him. And thankfully, it works because, yeah, we don't want to see Twilight being killed. And because of this, they were able to arrest this guy and, stop the terrorist plot. And also because of this, they realized that the dog was part of the project, and they originally were going to take him away, but Anya refused to let that happen. She wanted to have Mr. Doggy as her new pet, and even outright threatened to not go to school and do badly in school if they didn't let her have the dog. And Twilight realizes that, yeah, this is not we can't let that happen. So they get the dog, and Anya is outright excited to share that she's got a dog with the guy, the kid's son, whatever, that kind of has a crush on her or whatever, but she didn't know that, because she thinks that he'll get all mad and be jealous and try and say, oh, my dog is better, I want to see the dog or whatever. But he's like, so? He doesn't care. And that kind of made her upset because she figured that he would react the way she thought, and I actually kind of thought that too. And he realizes that he made her cry, and he's like, I didn't mean to upset her. I didn't intend to upset her. So he kind of asks, well, what's the dog's name, just to get her to not be upset, and she couldn't come up with a name. And they end up taking the dog to a dog park later, and she's trying to figure out what to name the dog, and she realizes that it kind of reminds her of Bondman from her TV show, and so she thinks of the name Bond. Okay. That works. So, yeah, this has definitely been a very jam-packed 2 episodes. I hope you guys are excited for more. I'll try and get some more done, but yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time.